Hello everyone, welcome to my plus size fashion channel. It's a safe haven for the plus size community. Those who love us, family, friends, and creative people are welcome. So I'm coming today with you, want to share with some things I'm going to be working on. One of the things that I like to do is, when you have fabric, you can create things on your own where you design, you create the clothes, you sketch it, you create it, or use a pattern. You can create something, but sometimes adding accessories to the clothes that you have can make things look beautiful too as well. So I remember a time that I used to do a lot of stuff like that, and especially when I was like, oh my gosh, back in the day, I used to, I don't know if I may have mentioned this to you before, that I used to take sneakers and I used to design my sneakers, paint them, put material on them, put a little bedazzle, stuff like that. So that's adding accessories, embellishment, your things. And that's very nice. I like that. You could take something old and, redo it over, give it a new twist, like something in your, like for example, you have a jean jacket, maybe you add some buttons or take some shred it up, or that's nice. A lot of people do reconstruction on fabrics, reconstruction on items that they have in their closet, maybe an old outfit or a pair of jeans, just alter it. It doesn't have to be old, it can be new as well. And one of the things I like to do is, like, I have t-shirts right here where I'm going to alter, this is a black one, which I'm going to alter it and add accessories using fabrics that I have purchased. I'm just saying, using something to make a beautiful shirt. Maybe I'll split up in half. Maybe make half of this and half of this. Who knows? Or I may leave this like this, the whole shirt like this, and just put something on the sleeve and put a pocket. Well, we'll see. This is like, there's so much avenues, of things that I like to do, and also you can do it yourself too. Maybe I'll do a DIY on that to show you. I've got that one, and I got this one. Got some of these gray long ones too. This is a 3X. No, this one's a 2X. This is a 2X. This one is a 3X. 3X. I got how many 3X's I got? I got 1, 2. I got 3 3X and 1 2X. So these are something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create these over. I'm put my little touches on it. Add a little twist to it. And if you like, you can purchase for yourself, in the future, when I'm finished, when I'm completed. Okay? But I just want to say I miss you guys, and that hopefully you are doing great. But this is one of the things that I want to share with you. I know that I told you before, last year I had broke my sewing machine. I had to get a new sewing machine, which I did. I haven't opened up yet. I went to Joann's. I got the sewing machine. It's a sewing machine that I bought. It's the one they use for Project Runway. It's like a heavy duty one that they use on the show at the time. Was it Project Runway? Or maybe it was what it was. Give me a moment. Yeah, it was. It's called, Make the Cut. It was Make the Cut. So this is the sewing machine right here. I didn't open it yet. It's brand new. I bought it from Joann's. it was from the cut. That's where it was from the cut. You see. So what I'm gonna do is that once I get a chance to look over this sewing machine, I'm gonna open it and do a review on it. So that's one thing that I want to share. But right now, I'm waiting for my serger. What happened is that I took my serger to go get worked on, and it's been a couple weeks that they had my serger. And what happened is that I didn't have the serger that long. I went there because I needed, the thread kept, jamming up with the tension, and it needed to be service clean. So when I took it there, they called me back and say, "Oh, you need new blades for your parts." And I said, "New blades?" But I didn't really use that much. They said, "Oh, your blades need to be sharpened and need to be replaced." So when I come to find out, the blades to replace the top and the bottom, they're like almost $50-something. So it's like, that's a lot, So they asked me, "Would you like to," just because of the service, when you get your sewing machine service, it's not cheap like it used to be back in the day. It's expensive. You go and see, it's very expensive. Then you got to pay for the parts and all that stuff. So by the time they told me the price, I was like, dang, that's a lot. And he said, so the woman told me, "Oh, if you want to, it'd be better off you buy a brand new one. We can sell you a brand new one. Because it's like you put, because what happened is that the sewing machine, if I would put $100 more towards buying a new one, they would say I could get a new one instead of spending the money to fix that. Just buy a new one. They have them there." I was like, I did not want to buy no sewing machine off of them. I spend my investment and money, and that machine is gonna pay off what it needs to do. When you put your money down on something and you want to get your money's worth. Just like I bought a camera, this Canon camera. I want to get my money back from that. If it's not what I want to still get my money back on that. Whatever, shoot pictures or whatever, get my time out of it. So here I am in this dilemma. I was like, okay, I was gonna first tell them no, I'm gonna try to fix it myself, because my single sewing machine, the one that broke, what happened is that it fell, and the bobbin and the piece that you put the thread in broke, and I was gonna repair that myself. After they told me how much this serger sewing machine, I said, I'll try to repair that myself. I'm gonna try to repair that single sewing machine myself and get the parts myself, because the parts are cheap. And another thing is that if you own a serger, please do not lose your key. This is my second time losing my key. So they said, well, we can sell the key for $5 or $6, whatever, which is that's how much I paid for it when I bought a used key. It's a key to take the needle out, because that's another thing. I couldn't use my serger because I lost my key and I can't take the needle pop. So I said, okay. I said, just tell them, go ahead, fix it. Go ahead, fix the serger. I'll pay that price to fix it. Because the amount that they gonna charge me is not. I still would have to. If I was gonna buy a new one, I still would have to add $100 and something more to buy a new one. And I spent a lot for that back in the day, and I didn't even use it that much. So I said, you know what? No, just fix that. I'm happy with it. I said, okay, you sure? I was like, yeah, fix it. I'll come and they will say, oh, it's gonna take a while for us to get the parts for you, blah blah blah, and blah 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 blah. So that's another thing holding me up for doing things I need to do, because I need my serger to complete things the way I want to complete it. So that's another thing. So here I am, just sketching my thoughts, what I want to do, and trying to figure out what I want to do. Excuse me for a minute, I'm getting so thirsty talking to you. So what I want to do. So I said, well, okay, I don't like to cut things out. I remember a time that I had done this. When you sewing, you got to come up with a plan how, I'm just saying for myself, but you can take the advice. When you cutting, you sewing by yourself, and you making more than one different sizes, more than one different items of the same sizes, same items, different sizes, and you start cutting them out and start cutting them out. You got to iron the material. First, well, this is what I do. I have to make sure the material is washed. I have to iron the material. And then when you cut, you start cutting. But if you don't have everything lined up, like say, for example, like what happened to me, my sewing machine broke, and then my surgery, and I start using my mom's, and that was hers acting on. She needed to take it out to the shop too. So I was like, you know what? I just had to stop, because if I start cutting all these patterns and what I want, and I don't have the sewing machine to start on it, it's just gonna be sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Where I have it, and it's gonna get wrinkled, and pieces are gonna get missing. And I said, I don't got time for that. That's what happened to me one time. I was making something, and I cut all these different sizes out, and I had all, and I just threw them back in the bag. When I went back to look for those things, this piece, oh, it was very confusing. It was very confusing because the bag got all jumbled up. You know, when you lift stuff and put things. Maybe if I had my own workspace, my own work table, I could just put my stuff there and then come back. No, I have to put things in the red, white, and green bag, then go, because you know, working in my room, working in my little spot, tiny little spot, making my little creations the best way I can. And it's a journey. It's a journey. It's a journey. So I'm so happy for people who do got their own little workspace and they can work at home, or they have their little office and they can make their things happen. That's great. But not everybody has that. There's certain people that work out of their room or working on their kitchen table and try to make things happen, and they do it, you know. So that's a thing. But anyway, I digress. Just take one day at a time. And that's it. That's all I can say. But I'm going to come back with another video and share with you the sewing machine I'm going to open up. I really don't want to open it. I really don't want to open it up yet, to tell you the truth, until I get my surgery. But I'm going to open it up. Just check it out. And because the thing is that when I bought this, right, I didn't buy a case. And I do have a case here, but the case is for the other Singer sewing machine that I have to repair. So I'm thinking, like, I don't want to open this until I get my case. I'm going to order a case this week for this, then I'll feel comfortable, because I don't want this to break. This is not a cheap sewing machine, you know what I'm saying? Anything you have to pay money, anything you invest in, it takes, you know what I'm saying? It's not cheap. And I don't want to mess this up. This is a HD 6380M Singer heavy duty. That's why I got a heavy duty one right now. So I'm going to wait off opening this and just focus on some things that I want to do right now. I know I wanted to cut something, and I'm going to take care of that right now. But hopefully next week, by then, hopefully they'll have everything ready for me so I can just get back on what I want to do. But if I choose to open it up and I do it, I'll come back and I'll share this with you, and then maybe I'll just put it back in the box and just don't touch nothing until I you know, make sure I get the case for it. But I did want to say, when you do buy a sewing machine, it's very good to look for reviews, and that's what I did. I went online, I looked up on some reviews and see what people was buying, you know what I'm saying, what was hot out there and what is affordable at the time, or what my budget was, you know. So I came up with the Singer heavy duty one. They had one which was a digital, and they had one manual. I have the manual one, and it came with an extra piece with a table, and that was really good. You know, I was able to get it in on sale at Joann's. But the thing is that when you do get the sewing machine, please do get insurance on this in case the sewing machine doesn't work. Because I know on some of the reviews that people were saying this particular Singer's sewing machine, that was special to one, have issues with, and people had issues and some people don't. And the thing is that Singer's never had any problem, because Singer's is my favorite, you know. I'm not saying I'm not anything. I work with this. I like the Brothers Serger versus the Singer Serger from back in the day, but I just saw the new Singer Serger, and it's much better made. But still, I'm not chancing. I'm just used to the Brothers, and I like the Brothers. So I guess because Singer's was my first sewing machine I ever used when I 16 years old, so I always loved them. But there's so many sewing machines out there. When I was looking at Joann's, it had so many different names I never even heard of, and they were ranging different prices up to like over $1,000 because some of them were quilting, sewing machines, and all like this, and they had more features to it. So I was like, wow, okay. But there is a dream sewing machine that I do want. It's the dream of all dreams, and that's something I have to really save for. That's the dream of all dreams sewing machine. So when that day comes, and I hope it comes soon, I will be able to sew a lot more. And yeah, so that's basically it. Maybe what I'll do, because I haven't been on a while, I just don't know. I just feel like today is Sunday. It's the last day, Black History Month, and it's raining outside right now. It's turning dark. It's like 5 something over here, and the East Coast. So I'm just like here, just trying to share some things with you, and say I miss you guys. And I just want to say thank you so much for just tuning into my channel, and look forward to things, you know, little by little. I want to welcome all my new subscribers and those who've been with my ride or die. I also want to say is that I'm gonna do another video, which I'm gonna share something else with you, and you know, because I've been on YouTube for I think 12 or 13 years, and I'll talk to you about the next video about it. But I want to say that I love you all. I want everybody just to stay safe out there, stay woke, learn something new, put God first in everything you do, and stay positive. And just remember that, you know, every day is precious, and cherish those days. And that's basically it. And I'm going to get ready to do my next video, and I'll check you out again. Take care. Peace and love. Peace.